We are setting up last minute here. Dylan was coming in under the radar. I'm here with my Please Americano Me. Please Amero. That's hard to say. Please Americano Me. Of course, Americano is a delicious beverage, and that's all there is to it. We're all up and through it. I'm just going to share this with some musical friends. I like to share things with some musical friends. I like to share things where the fun never ends. I like to share things with some musical friends. Let's see what we got here. Share to a page, share to a group. I'm going to share it. Gristle Kingdom, shared, boom, done. I'm going to share it over here, share to a page, boom. I'm going to go over here, boom. All right, folks, how we doing out there? Y'all right? It's Friday at 4 o'clock. I got a Les Paul in hand. It's Friday at 4 o'clock. I hope you can understand. Atom bomb in the house. That's what it's all about. Folks, how's it going out there in movie land? Are y'all all right? It's a beautiful day here in Wisconsin. Michael Burrell says, hey, Dylan. How you been? We've been doing all right. I think it's been good, clean fun has been at every turn. Whoa! You can dig it, or will you dig it? We're playing some jams for the people on this summer day. Eric says, there's a conversation going on betwixt y'all. Talking about, would you like, perfect excuse to buy a new guitar. There's always, does anyone need an excuse? Gregory Cocker, been loving the podcast. Well, thank you, James. I'm glad you like it. New one out yesterday, which was with my buddy Scott Sherrard he's Greg Allman's musical director for about 9 years. And he went to high school here in Milwaukee and was a great guitar player at a very young age. So he's out there doing the do. Great conversation with him. We had Duke Levine last week. Just had a nice conversation with my buddy Sean Hinton, who plays with Mary J. Blige and John Legend and Lil Wayne, and he's got his own great band. And then I'm going to talk to Daryl Sturmer next week as well. So those will be coming up. Good, clean fun for the kids. Mm-hmm. I'm playing this Les Paul that has Fluence classic humbuckers in it, the Open Core. And they have, let's see, I just got your pickup set in the mail, but I don't have a guitar to put them in. Well, soon you will, and it'll be glorious. All right. Now that I've played this for a tune, let's hear that gold top with the P90s in it. So this has got the classic humbuckers in it. Now we're going to hear what my P90 fueled Lester. Of course, the other guitar is a custom shop instrument. This is American, just a Gibson USA, but it has my Fluence Gristle-tone P90s in it. Can you dig it? Now, will you dig it? Come on now. Can you dig it, ladies and germs? Ladies and germs. Ladies and germs. Oh. Stay in tune, Goldie. Hey, Goldie, stay in tune. Goldie, stay in tune. Goldie, stay in tune. Sounds delicious, though. Can you dig it? That's a song called Night Owl Now. No. No. Night Owl Now. Can you dig the power? The power of the night. This, of course, has my new Fishman fluence. Gristletone P90's on board. Gristletone, a Gristletone, a Gristletone P90. That's it. Ooh, I got a lot of reverb today. I got it up a little skosh higher than usual. I kind of like the catch. Just let the reverb shower over you. Just feel the power of that sweet, sweet reverb. Oh, feel the power of the night. This is kind of it's a heavier, I would say this is probably about an 8-pounder, I would imagine. Feels about 8 pounds to me. Maybe a little over 8. 8.5. Greg, when did the Wildwood demo start back? That's a good question. We're working on it. We're working on it. Ed Day says, great way to start the weekend, fellas. I'm glad you think so. We're having a good old time, as we do. As we do here on our Fishman live stream today. Boy, my brain is a little kerfuffled. Kerfuffled! What a killer P90 tone. Congrats. Thank you. I'm glad you dig it. What ugly pedal was that? That's my F-up pedal my buddy Tim Yarnig makes for me. It's a doggone Octavia device. Octavia device, and it's so very nice. Yes, do. Now, for your very eyes, in front of your very eyes, we're going to create a tune on the spot. Dylan, just play a groove, and I'm going to come in with some kind of savagery. And that's all there is. mysterious jam, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, mysterious jam. Gristletown, 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 Gristletown. When you got a Gristletown and it's coming on strong, oh, what do you do? What do you do? Did I dig Sabbath? Yeah, I did. He says the Koch amp is divine and $2,700, dear, if you can find one. You can. There's more coming into Wildwood. There's more coming into Wildwood soon. Thank you, Mark Miller. I appreciate that. Thanks for stopping on by, as I like to say. Does anyone know of any waiting lists for the Tweed? That's a good question, Mr. Hiwatt Steve. There are cabinets being made. I believe the transformer for the same circuit that does the OTS is what they're waiting on. So hopefully we're going to have delicious little gristles sooner than later. Can you dig it? Okay, I'm going to switch over to the first iteration of the Gristle Master, and to hear what those telly pickups sound like after we've been rocking these P90s and such, and the humbuckers. This has the Fishman flew into Gristletown, tickets for Telecaster on board. And it's a ruckus going on. There was a ruckus. There was a ruckus going on there of sounds and sights and smells. Sounds and sights and smells for you all. Howlin' Gristlewolf, yeah. commit a crime. I asked for water, you gave me gasoline. That is a situation that's not friendly, okay? That raised the ire of the wolf. That stoked the ire of the wolf. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Yeah, thank you. That little Howlin' Wolf impromptu jam. Dylan's t-shirt donated by Greg from Peach Guitars. Facts. Facts. More slide. Well, we can do that. You know what? I'd like to do a little. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? A little bit of slider. That was a little Sonny Landis in there. I can do it. That sounds like hell, but you know what I'm doing. Questions out there in movie land. Questions out there in movie land. Questions out there in movie land. This is something you must understand. I think we're going to do Asian tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Just to give you, some people ask what we're having for dinner tonight. I'm thinking we're going to have a little Asian cuisine, a little bit of that Vietnamese machine. We got a place. It's Vietnamese and Thai and Laotian, you know what I'm talking about. The food of Laos, the foods of Vietnam and Thailand all together in one special place. Any plans for a humbucker size P90? You know, we sure talked about it, John. I think that once these get out, I think that's going to be something that's possible. Ryan might be able to chime in on any kind of official party line. But it's been talked about, but no particular movements have been made to having it come to fruition anytime in the near future. Greg, what have you planned for the live KMT gig so far? Well, on the 20th of August, actually our first gig will actually be August 1st. We're doing a gig with Deke Dickerson, KMT with Deke Dickerson, up in Bayfield, Wisconsin, at a thing called Apple Jam, or Apple Fest. There's an apple involved. We're doing that on a Sunday afternoon, August 1st. That'll be our first actual gig. We're playing at a lake party, private party the night before that. And I think our next live stream will be the Friday prior to that. And then August 20th, we're playing at a place down in Chicagoland area. I get corrected. It's not Chicago. You got to go farther east to Chicago. I was like, it's in Chicagoland, okay? Big ass community, all right? We're playing there. That gig is up on our website, I believe. It's certainly on, should be available for consumption. But then once September happens, we got some things lined up. We're playing Summerfest in front of, we're playing Tosa Fest, I believe, September 10th, which is my hometown jam. That's not been 100% confirmed, but looking like it's going to happen. And then the next day, for sure, we're at Summerfest at the U.S. Cellular Stage in front of ZZ Top. And then we're at Best Damn Blues Festival. That's, I believe, Sunday the 19th of September. There's another gig in there somewhere. Oh, we got that private party for all that sweet loot. But you guys can't come to that one. Sorry. We got a private party. It's going to be fast. Private party. It's going to be fun. Have you ever played with Sonny Landreth? I have, as a matter of fact. At the James Burton Guitar Festival, we did a set with Sonny. It was fantastic. He's a good fella. A very deep question. It turns out that the particle annihilation that happened at the beginning of the universe left a few positive particles around, and so the universe. I don't know what I just crawled into there, but I dig it. Have you ever played with Bill Kirchen? I haven't played with him. We've hung out. We have not jammed together as of yet. What was Andy Summers like? He was fun. When I met him, he was fun. We played a little bit together, and he was cool. His book had just come out then, as well as his new that Telecaster, Custom Shop Relic Telecaster that was commemorating the guitar he used in the Policia. Eddie, thank you. Just glad you're playing out again, Greg. The world of music needs you. Well, I hope we're here to rock. That's all I have to say. Make a tour in Mexico. We'd love to come down to Mexico. We'd like to go anywhere. You know, one of the things that I always find funny, I understand it because I understand that's just how things are. But when you say where you're playing, like if you post a playbill or something that we've put together for advertising a gig, people are like, when are you going to play X, Y, and Z? And I always say, we would gladly come and play X, Y, and Z, but we got to get a gig there, and they got to pay the money, and we got to figure out a way to get there and line it up. So as much as we'd like to come and play just about anywhere, it's always a matter of logistics. So we like to celebrate the gigs we have, not the gigs we don't. If you know what I'm saying, celebrate. Got to celebrate the gigs you got. Can you dig it? I believe that you can get pickup rings that will accommodate the P90s into the humbucker size. Oh, the check. Ooh, Robert, you may be speaking wild language. I dig it. Please come to Boston in the springtime. Do I play weddings? I have played weddings. I usually am very upfront with people when they have us play for a wedding. I go, look, we do our thing, but we understand that that's a function where we may be asked to do a couple of things that would be out of the normal from the regular gig. But if we have people running up saying, play Moni Moni, or if grandma so-and-so is having a hard time because she thinks that the end of the world is happening as a result of our musical activities, none of these things are my fault or my problem. Can you dig that? So that's kind of how we do it. Darren Gretton? Sorry, Darren. He asked, can we have a pedal rundown if that's not too boring? We certainly can. Most of the stuff I'm using right now is just on the amp. So I've got a couple different gain stages on the amp. The harmonic vibrato is on the amp. That's the... however, the guitar is out of tune. It's in some kind of strange tuning. I have this off to the left there, top left, is a Flashback 4 TC Electronics delay. That's going through the effects loop. I've got a little slapback on right now. I can have a little longer. These other little devices here, this Magnavibe is very susceptible to the knobs turning when I don't want them to. Is like a magnetone vibrato. MXR Phase 95 that I have on the 45 setting. This Waka Waka is made by my buddy Tim Yarning. And then I've got this is the F-up Octavia. And then I have my jam pedals Wacko. And my fancy ass new sneakers. Dig it! They're called the Ghost. They're called the Ghost. Follow the envelope. It always knows. It's kind of a fun little selection of tools. Can you jam pedals? I love them. I've got another pedal board. My bigger pedal board has a whole jam pedals thing with some cool stuff on it. It's got the Dalai Lama delay on it. It's got the Waterfall chorus on it. It's got their vibrato pedal. Their phaser. It's got a Univibe on it. It's got their compressor, and it's got like their fuzz, the red muck fuzz. Can you dig it? Is that the CME exclusive Great Lakes Blue on your shoes? No. No, the Rattler. I'll give you a Rattler. Yeah, that's right. You are correct. They make good pedals. The Wah Wah always reminds me of Huggy Bear. Starsky and Hutch on the brain, ladies and gentlemen. Starsky and Hutch on the brain will do it to you, Starsky and Hutch. Starsky and Hutch. What else we got? Simone. Simone was a girl I used to know. Check out girl at a daddy stone. We're also working on our tour of Europe for November. Hopefully that's all going to come together. It looks like we're going to go to Germany for a couple days, go do this festival in Poland, and then fly to London and do about 2 weeks in the UK. That's what's happening. What was Dylan's side gig over the last few days? Dylan, would you like to tell the people?
I've been blacksmithing. Doing some blacksmithing. I was on the gig with a buddy of mine, and his father was a blacksmith, and we were doing the gig, so he offered me some work, and I'm taking it. Hammering out some metal.
He's practicing with the blacksmith who does all kinds of funky designs and makes a whole lot of skrill.
Oh, yeah.
Who
Party.
makes funky designs and a whole lot of skill. Funny thing with Klaus the other day, as Adam Bombs remembers, Funky Klaus, our tour manager, Klaus, for whatever reason, we're going to print up some of our new CDs from the up. Now, if you don't have it, by all means, do so. And please, by all means, if you like the CD, don't be afraid to go online and write a nice review. The first review that we got on Amazon was this guy who says, first of all, I'm a huge Greg Koch fan, and then proceeds to say, yeah, he sings like shit, and the songs are lame in comparison to the first record. And my favorite part was, a lot of bands wait their whole life to have their songs on the first record, and the second records are real hot. That's my 18th record, dude, okay? 18. And guess what? On those 18 records, I probably sing on 16 of the records, going back a long way, and no one ever returned the thing going, can you please remove the vocals from this particular thing? So if you were a big Greg Koch fan, maybe you want to do a little research and a deep dive before you talk shite on the inner Google. But everyone has their opinion, and that's mine, okay? So my point is, please, if you're so compelled, write nice reviews online. It's not hard. I enjoyed the CD. It made me not think about the crushing responsibilities of life for approximately 50 minutes. That's a great review. Thank you. Excellent. Anyway. What else we got? He's a wanker. Right on, Eddie Leone. You are correct. I appreciate that, Graham. Guitar Forever says, I think the new CD is great. Well, thank you. I like that. It's yes. You get to the point where you're like, you know what? I wouldn't release it if I didn't think it was, if I couldn't stand listening to it. That's pretty much a good thing. If I think it passes muster for what I consider decent and acceptable music, I would like to think that that's probably a good indicator that it's ours, as Dylan likes to say. You got to pee? Go ahead and pee, Dylan. I'll talk to the people for the remainder of our time. Dylan's got to go Bubbles. That's probably more information than people needed. We were watching a live stream today, and the drummer, Dylan, got up and he said, I have to pee. And his dad said, he has to go Bubbles. Wow. That all just happened. I like it when you get angry. I had another one. There was another trouble. First of all, let me just say that I am, and this is not being trying to placate anything. I'm very, very grateful for how many people give a squat about what I do, because I know it could easily be not the case. And I have to say that the vast majority of my interactions on social media have been extraordinarily positive. But like every musician who has a thread of self-loathing and insecurity, there's always, you can have 100 nice things said about you, and the one thing that's not is the thing you go, and that's just the way it is. But there was one the other day, a guy said, saw the video with me and my buddy Nathaniel from the Chicago Music Exchange, and he said, I bet Nathaniel smoked him pretty average skills on the, or what was it, pretty something like that, pretty average skills on the big fella. I thought, yeah, that's, you know what, even if you're not into whatever, I don't think it was pretty weak skills, or I can't remember, it was one of the two, and I thought, wow, I don't think that's so weird. I'm not even going to respond. I never respond for the most part, unless it's somebody who asking me a specific question. But I thought, wow, that is either you're a genius or you're borderline, maybe not shouldn't drive. You know what I mean? Type of a thing. But, you know, not that I'm judging. But why can't I? I can judge. So I like to say, I don't judge and I don't hate, but I occasionally do. And you're a tool. Okay, there we go. Very simple. It's fun to just get it off your chest. Am I right or am I right? Does that Koch amp sound like a Blues Junior? It gets a little nastier than a Blues Junior does, if you wanted to. You can make it be clean, but you can also get it a little nastier. He's not a tool. Tools are useful. Right on. Yeah, I thought that was great. That was a good one. But every now and again you see something and you're like, okay, I get it. Everyone's gonna, yeah, but wow. That's why you always have to consider the good with the bad and just say, you know what, you can't get too affected one way or the other. Bye, Jimmy. Just be appreciative for what you got. Appreciative for what you got. Appreciative. Song called Appreciative for What You Got. One of my pugs' name is Mr. Gristle. That is the greatest thing I've ever heard. I want to meet that beast, and I want to just let the good times roll. Could you again go over the Koch amp and pedal settings? How do you make them all work together in harmonious mayhem? Well, on the Koch amp, I run the EQ all at 12 o'clock. So treble, middle, and bass all at noon. On my first channel, the clean channel, I've got the gain at 12 o'clock and the volume at 1 o'clock. On the lead channel, I have the gain at 3 o'clock and the master on that channel at 1 o'clock. Okay. The overall master changes, but when I'm playing with Dylan, there's a overall master on the top of the amp, or right next to the presence. The presence control I have at noon, and I usually run the volume around noon or 1 o'clock when I'm playing. When I'm playing out live, I usually turn that up about 3/4 of the way up. And it screams like a banshee in heat. And I put my effects loop through, or I put the delay through the effects loop. I keep both the volume and gain setting on the OTS feature on top all the way up, full up. And yeah, I think that's all it, right? And the reverb changes depending on my taste buds that day. Robert says, Greg, I've learned so much from you. Gristle is an entire philosophy. Not many understand. It takes time. Well, I appreciate that. Woo! Lord have mercy. Well, that's a fact. I'm a real musician can respect talent in any genre. Period. Excellent. Absolutely. That is a fact. And plus, you know, the best you can do as a musician is to do your own thing and establish your own voice. There's no competition. It's just be the best you that you can be and do your thing. But some people think it's some kind of gunslinging battle. So-and-so's better than so-and-so's going to smoke so-and-so. It's like, you know what? If I had to be a judger of who's going to come back in reincarnation, that's kind of a good sign that you probably got more business to do. And of course, me just saying that means I got more business to do. But hey, I said it, and there you go. Folks, any last questions? It's getting to be a little bit after 5:06. I'm just about to hit the road and order food. Yeah, music is not a sport, but yet again, a lot of people think it is. Because, you know, it's just the way it is. I think a lot of people want to be able to have it as their, you know, again, everyone's got to belong to a tribe. So they want to make sure that they're identify with a certain music thing so they can hold that over. I'm really into the good stuff. That's not really good. This is my stuff. It's the best, and so on and so forth. And you realize, really? It's all good. You know, just whatever trips your trigger. Diggity doggone it. Whatever gets you through the night. All right, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. You guys all have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. I shall return to this bat time at Bat Station. Dylan will be here as well. And we will let the good time roll once again. Tim says he thinks I must have been quite a student of Roy Buchanan. Yes, absolutely. There's lots of Roy. I remember the first time I really heard Roy play. I was at I heard one of the Roy's Blues. I think it just scalded my brain. Anyways, I go on and on about that. Have a good one, y'all. We'll see you later.